Welcome back, friends. Today, we dive, literally, into one of the wildest inventions of the early 20th century. In the spring of 1914, as Europe edged toward war, an American inventor named Harry Bowdoin filed a patent that seemed more science fiction than science fact, a suit of submarine armor, not for fighting, but for treasure hunting. See, Bowdoin wasn't content with the old-fashioned, squidgy rubber diving suits. No, he wanted to walk the ocean floor like some steampunk astronaut, rummaging around for Spanish gold and sunken jewels. So he spends 14 years tinkering away in a little workshop near a dance hall on the Whitestone shorefront, hammering out a metal suit that could handle the crushing pressure of the deep sea. By 1915, he's got his patent. And in 1918, after endless tweaks, he finally tests his creation. First, they lower the empty suit 400 feet into the Atlantic. It comes back up in one piece, not a single leak. Then Bowdoin himself climbs inside, is dropped 200 feet down, and spends 45 minutes wandering a ledge at the bottom, just having a little stroll, chatting to the surface team using a telephone cable in his helmet. This wasn't just a tin can with legs. Bowdoin's suit had gears and levers so he could bend his arms and legs, turn his body, and, best of all, operate these menacing clawed hands. They were sensitive enough to pick up tiny objects, think coins, pearls, maybe a bit of lost pirate loot. But what about the darkness? Bowdoin wasn't having any of that. He had a special lamp, courtesy of Westinghouse, fitted right over his head. It lit up the sea around him for 25 feet, making him look like a one-man lighthouse prowling for gold. And Bowdoin wasn't just in it for the thrill. He'd formed the Sub-Ocean Salvage Corporation and even bought himself a cable ship, the Salver, kitted out with a 4-ton pressure-proof tank for even deeper dives and heavier work. Investors like Vincent Astor and Morrison Carnegie chipped in, hoping he'd strike it rich. His plan? First up, recover $5 million in gold from the wreck of the Merida off Virginia. Next, the SS Egypt in the Bay of Biscay, packed with wartime riches. If that worked out, he'd try his luck in the English Channel and, if the legends were true, chase Spanish galleon gold in the Caribbean and Aegean. Sadly, Bowdoin's dream of becoming the world's greatest underwater treasure hunter faded when he passed away in 1935. But his suit, gleaming, bizarre, and way ahead of its time, paved the way for modern deep-sea exploration. Next time you hear about deep-sea discovery, don't picture a high-tech submarine. Picture this: a man glowing like a lighthouse, walking alone across the seabed in search of Spanish gold. Subscribe to our channel, where every week we unearth more forgotten inventions, hidden patents, and the minds that shaped our world.